culture group you come from, even perhaps what religion someone believes, one thing that all of us have in common is that at some point in your life, at a very, very early stage of your life, even before you are physically on planet Earth, while you're in your mother's womb, you are going to encounter another person, right? You are going to have some type of interaction with a person, whether it be an individual, whether it be people. You are going to come across people, and you are going to begin to, as you go through life, you're going to interact with people, right? You cannot avoid people. I mean, even if you think you're going to avoid people by being in your room, as soon as you go on your phone and you click that blue icon with the blue icon there with the F on it, or the Facebook, I mean, you instantaneously have got now access to so many other people's lives right there in front of you. So you cannot avoid people. So this is the opening statement. It's extremely profound, but it might not sound profound, but it is really profound. And I'm going to give you a verse for it too. And that is this, that where there's people, there will be poo. Okay, where there's people, there will be poo. There'll be a mess. Right? Well, let me put it to you a bit differently. Where there's people, there will be some type of conflict. At some stage, there is going to be conflict. That is just how it plays out. Why? Because where there's people, there is poo. So Proverbs 14 verse 4, I'm using the phone quickly because I want to get a particular translation. The translation is the Passion Translation. It says these words here. It says, "The only clean stable is an empty stable." So if you want the work of an ox and to enjoy an abundant harvest, you'll have a mess or two to clean up. Every single one of us over here, on a daily basis, we interact with people, right? And I think all of us would agree, I think there's not a single person inside this room over here who at some point in your life, you have not been disappointed by a person. You have not been maybe rejected by a person. You've not been maybe exceptionally frustrated with a particular person, right? But one thing you must understand, that if you are going to work with people, which is basically what you guys do, whether you are at work or whether it is with your spouse, whether it is with your kids, whether it is with the petrol attendant, whether it is with the taxi driver, I mean, on a daily basis, we interact with various different types of people. And not everyone is always going to respond the way you think that they are supposed to respond. Right? So you cannot avoid conflict, because that is something that is going to happen. There's going to be conflict in a marriage. There's going to be conflict in an organization. There's going to be conflict with your kids. I know it doesn't sound too uplifting, but that is part of the game, right? That is how it kind of works. So if you cannot avoid the conflict, I think a good question to ask is then, okay, cool. If I cannot avoid the conflict, obviously, how then can I learn to actually manage the conflict a lot better moving forward? Because I'll be the first to say, in all honesty, within my own life, when conflict has happened, I couldn't avoid the conflict, and I most definitely absolutely mismanaged the conflict, which caused even what to happen? A greater conflict then to occur moving forward. Now, if anyone knows how to work with people and to navigate through conflict, it is most definitely Jesus Christ. He most definitely knows how to work with people. He knows how to work with extremely broken people, and he knows how to work with very proud people. He knows how to handle them both, right? We see it throughout the Gospels. He did an absolutely phenomenal job and set a great example for us.